Welcome back, YouTubes. This is Grimweird, working on the Enigmatica 2 Expert playthrough for Minecraft. Um, since my last episode a few minutes ago, I went ahead and stole some of the wool out of the wall here and used that to make another couple backpacks with the leather I picked up. So we've now got 3 backpacks to help us with carrying all the loot that we're going to take out of this village. By the way, my avatar, I've got a zombie Steve. It's halfway through October, so I figured with Halloween coming up, I might pick a new avatar, and so I picked this guy out. Also, when I was coming back, I did find some clay coming back from my first death at that island. So I went ahead and made a bunch of grout and got that cooking in these furnaces, so that while we're looting the village, we can hopefully get a head start on our actual smelter. So I'm not exactly sure where that cockatrice went. So I decided normally I would just sort of go loot this. You guys probably don't want to watch, but since we might be attacked at any moment, and that could be exciting, I thought I'd go ahead and keep filming while I loot this village. So I'm going to vein mine all of that, just because I get sick of the jam guy here opening and closing the doors, because he can't deal with the doors with the carpet in the way. This is an excellent crate, so we're going to steal that. This is sort of a new thing for me. I'm not really sure what's going on with all of this. But we will check it out. So I like to look up, see if there are any glowstone lamps or anything I want to steal. A cauldron, I know I'm going to need a few of those. And since iron will be a bit scarce early on, might as well go ahead and get those. Droppers might have a harder recipe in this game, as do furnaces and pistons and whatnot. We're going to steal all of those. Ooh, and there was actually some charcoal or something in it. So yeah, that's all good stuff. We want that. Look both ways for the cockatrice crossing. This is weird ebony wood planks. Huh. I think we'll do the harvesting last, so give our crops a bit longer to... Oh no. There's a cockatrice. Alrighty. Found a cockatrice. I think there's actually 2 of them running around out there. So that's exciting. We got some string. Got more furnaces. A lot of times a furnace forms the base for some of our other generators and other furnaces. Ooh, we got more leather. That's handy. We didn't really have to worry about it, but there are drying racks in the game. So if you put raw meat on a drying rack, you can get jerky. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Big green sucker. I'm tempted to try and kill it, but it has some sort of gaze weapon that makes you nauseous and or hurts you or something. So I don't necessarily want to get carried away. We don't want to open the door and let it out either. So maybe we'll leave that. We can always come back to this village and try and deal with that stuff later. So, gonna steal these. That's an empty house. What other places do we have? So we got to go up here. Usually these little smithy areas have a really nice chest in them with all sorts of weird and interesting things. Fire charm. Fire protection while carrying it. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. One thing to watch out for that I noticed with these, I'm not familiar with cyclic, but as soon as you pull them out, because it says here right click to toggle on, and if I right click on it, it is now off. With some of these, as soon as you pick them up, since they default to on, they start working, and which may or may not be something you want. An Ender, 7 attack damage plus 1. We're going to go ahead and use that for a little bit. There's a couple apples. Charge and launch lightning orbs, single shot. I don't know what this is, but maybe it works on cockatrice. I don't want these music discs probably, I don't think, but I do want the chest they're in, so we'll take that. Oh, and it's getting dark. I am a menace when it comes to villages. Anytime I spend too long in a village, all the villagers get killed by zombies and whatnot. I can still hear that cockatrice around. I think it's gotten itself trapped in that cattle pen. Iron bars are going to be another thing that we steal. Because again, iron's just going to be a bit scarce while we get things started, and you can either smelt down the iron bars, or there are recipes that require iron bars in them, so it doesn't hurt to have a stock. Alright, I think the door is covered up on this building, so we'll have to make a new one. Ooh, I changed the modes on here. Whoa! Yikes. As I proceed to kill myself with the boomstick. Jump in the water. That might actually take out a cockatrice. What do you think? It almost took me out. Wow. Alright. And it's still got plenty of charges too. And I'm burning the place down. Let's try and put some of this fire out. Yikes. And I'm about dead. I should find something to eat. Well, that was all sorts of interesting. So as I said, I am not an expert, even though I'm playing this expert pack. But by gum, if I keep this up, I'm going to learn an awful lot. Burn the whole damn village down. This seems like a pretty aggressive fire we got going on here. I'm going to hurry up and grab a bunch of stuff out of here, especially the apples, since those equate to emeralds. I'm going to steal these and the fuel in them. I'm going to steal the chest. Might as well take a torch since there's not going to be any building to light up here pretty soon. Ah. Fire, fire everywhere. Stop, drop, and roll. Looks like we're only going to lose 2 buildings. Could have been worse. All right. Again, I'm going to start throwing some stuff up here. Hang on to those. Don't need a bunch of sticks. We can put the bauble in our bauble area. Fire charm. Hey, that would have been nice to have on. Let's see. I'm going to keep this raw meat out in case there's a butcher in town. Maybe I can trade for some diamonds. Oh, and these actually usually give you some health. So I could try some of those potions out. I'm going to keep one out just to use as food because the carrots are a bit slow. Yeah, so let us go back to looking around the village. What does this thing do again? Charge and launch lightning orbs. I don't know which is more dangerous, that in my hands or the cockatrice. I have a suspicion I'm more dangerous to myself. I can always just run away from the cockatrice. While I'm running around here, I need to keep my eyes open for a druid. We got jam guy. Got a smith. There's a druid. Purple robe, red eyes. 4 apples. Thank you, sir. I will gladly take 4 emeralds. I haven't picked any beetroots yet, but you can see I'm probably going to be able to get a couple emeralds from beetroots too. And when I close this, he's probably going to start asking for other things. Yeah, there he is leveling up, and he'll be asking us for... I think he also ends up liking poisoned potatoes and eventually mushrooms. So I like me a druid, especially since there's beetroot growing in a lot of these villages. What is all this? Oh, hoppers. Yes, please. Ooh, I don't know if I can actually harvest them. I may just end up breaking them. You know what? Just to be safe, I'm going to leave them there. I am going to need hoppers, so having some free hoppers is going to be nice. But I can come back when I have a decent mining pick. And some jack-o'-lanterns. Those are good for light. So I think I will go ahead and steal those. I don't have any pumpkins yet. Otherwise I could make them myself, but who knows if I will see any pumpkins in the near future, so I might as well steal these. I like these because you can actually put them on the floor, so I could replace this plank with one, and it would act as a light source in the floor, but then you got a big orange tile in the middle of your floor. Well, it turns out the light shines through carpet, so you can throw some carpet over it, and you have a nice bright light in the floor that looks fine because it's hidden by carpet. So that's another little tip out there from an old vanilla guy. Is this the place we started? I think it is. Yes. But that means we can check on our grout. That's all cooked up. Well, it's sort of a small village. What do we got here? That's Jam Guy's place. Let's check the overhead view. That's where we were. That's the smithy. We were already there. It's the place we sort of burned down. What's this place behind us and over here? Can't remember if I've been in here. Doors open, so probably. Oh yeah, it's the place with the hoppers. Alright, so I think we've sort of hit most of the highlights of this place. I think most of these ebony wood ones are probably just sort of empty and boring. But while we've been dithering around, we have... Thought I heard something. We have the crops maturing. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. So we are going to go ahead and collect us up some beetroot. That'll get us another emerald or two. Now a lot of the gems you can actually use straight on the part builder, like you did stone and like we did with the slime crystals. But I think the emerald, I'm pretty sure you actually have to smelt that and then pour it into a cast. So that's another reason I went ahead and just made a sword. Alright, did I get... Oh, there are a couple behind me. Yeah, it's getting dark. Not quite dark enough, though. I'm really glad that the cockatrice didn't come back, because I didn't want to kill us both with this engraved thunder. Alright, we probably have enough. Oh, I think he wants seed, the druid, once he levels up as well. So we might see if we can turn some seed in. Did I get all the crops? I got blah blah blah. I don't know if that's a cockatrice or a lot of the ice and fire ones don't show up as monsters. So that might just be some critter that's underground. We were going to look for a butcher while we were here as well. I heard some beastie. Hopefully it is underground. Almost sounded like a basal's, one of the, not blazes, but the earth version. Probably shouldn't destroy the crops. Alright. We got a bee person. I like to look and see what combs they have. I have never really gotten into the gindustry or the bees, so I don't really know much about them, but I do know that... Is this my guy that leveled? Yes, it is. And yes, we can get an emerald for that. And a couple more emeralds for that. And that ought to about do me for emeralds for now. We're going to need one for our Silky Touch gem once we get some gold, so we can put Silk Touch on our pickaxe. I'm tempted to go ahead and throw one on my pickaxe just to make it even more durable. That'll probably take it up to about a 2,000 durability, and we're going to end up eventually with plenty of modifiers on it. But maybe I'll try and resist the temptation to do that. There's another guy over here. He's still low level, but all right, so this is going to be about it for today's episode. I'm just going to look around real quick and see if I notice a butcher turn in some raw meat. Finish picking all the wheat because we will eventually need that. And I'd rather take it than set up a farm. Yeah, so I think we're about done with this village. So what I'll do off camera is I'll sort through all of the loot that we got. I'll pick up my seared stone and sort all the loot that we got and pack it all away in my backpacks. And then probably next time what we will do is examine the journey map, see what kind of biomes are around us, and then go pick a biome to try and make our real base in and leave these poor villagers alone. Alrighty, so we're going to sort through that and get all that done and load up and go off exploring again. And we're going to go find a place to live. Not the desert, probably not the outback, not the steppe. Maybe somewhere over here in the grove, or if we look around a bit more, chaparral. I like the chaparral usually. Looks like it's a small one though. It's decent size. I like it because it doesn't have a lot of trees. It doesn't have a lot of grass to clear. It doesn't have a lot of dirt. There are open patches of stone, sort of like that. So you got nice flat open stone areas to set up a base on. Because there's so much stone there, there's often copper and coal that you can just see on the surface. So maybe we will run north to the chaparral next time after we load up all of our spoils here. Until then, I will talk to you later. Bye.